it out here. First thing I'm going to notice, oh, you don't have that. First thing that I'm going to notice is that this is already in factored form. Remember in our transformations unit, whenever we had a horizontal stretch or compression and a horizontal translation, that we always had to write it in factored form first. So I noticed this one already is. If we label what each of these things means, not only with our transformations unit, but also with our shortcut and our DAB-C. First of all, we have a 1/4. This 1/4 is outside of cos. In our transformations unit, this would be a vertical compression. We would multiply y by 1/4. In our sinusoidals unit, the A value represented something. That was our amplitude. So we would know, because this is a 1/4, we know that our amplitude is 1/4. Second value is a 3. In our transformations unit, this would be a horizontal compression that you would multiply your x by 1/3. Our shortcut, this value helps us figure out our period. Our period would be 2 pi over 3. The pi over 6 is a horizontal translation. Pi over 6 to the left. In our shortcut unit, that's just the final thing we did, which is still just a shift up to the left. So there's nothing really new with that one. And finally, our vertical translation 2 up, this tells us our D value tells us we have a center line at y equals 2. So when we're in part A here, we just predicted how the graph is related. All of the things we describe in our transformations unit describes how cos of x is going to be changed. When we go to graph it, and here we'll put a line through this. And we'll just graph at least one period. When we go to sketch this, again, I would suggest putting DAB-C off to the side to keep track of what you all have to do. We would start with D. Our center line is 2. Take out a red pen. Draw a dotted line at y equals 2. Again, I was already also thinking about my amplitude when I drew things here, because I knew my amplitude was 1/4 or 0.25. So now my maximum is going to be at 2.25, and my minimum at 1.75. So this one's going to be very narrow. Next, so I can check off, that's all you have to do for your A value and DAB-C. Next, your B value. Your B value figures out your period, and we already wrote down that our period was 2 pi over 3. So we find some place along our x-axis to mark 2 pi over 3, and we divide this into 4 equal sections. Half of that would be pi over 3, half of that pi over 6, 1, 2, 3 pi over 6s. And we've done the B value. Next, it says graph it without the shift. That's what the dash does. In this case, we are doing a cos graph, and a cos graph starts at a maximum. So I go to maximum, then I go to my center line, then my minimum, then my center line, then my maximum. And this is the graph before the shift. Finally, with the shift, we need to go pi over 6 to the left. So I make a mark at same distance, negative pi over 6. Oh, I forgot to check off. I did the dash. And we take each of these 5 points and shift them one ticky mark to the left. And there is our final graph. I would like you to circle a bunch of questions. 3, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And I have a little note. In number 11, you have to remember to factor.